Yeah, on a serious note, I mean, I just got off of Facebook and somebody shared a video of a live stream about a recent school shooting. Like, honestly, I couldn't even stomach looking at it in terms of seeing where it was exactly. But it's nowhere around here. I did notice that it wasn't Virginia or anything. But at what point is it going to change? I mean, literally, it not to make any light of the situation, but it's almost like a usual event. I think what was it last Friday? There was a school shooting that made the headlines, and it's just ridiculous. Like every Friday, it's almost like an assumption that I want to wake up to another school shooting and like another person in the a celebrity being accused of sexual misconduct. Like ironically enough, like Morgan Freeman. I'm like, wait, what? So I don't know if it's stricter gun laws that need to be put in place, parents disciplining their children in terms of like, teaching right from wrong, because I think I mentioned this in a video I did a while back with my thoughts on the National School Walkout Day. It's like when I was a kid, like, yeah, I got whoopings or whatever you want to call it. And apparently now that's called child abuse. But at the same time, that taught me right from wrong, not to mention, back in the day, there were bullies and stuff like that. I honestly feel like I only had one bully, and that was in middle school. But at the same time, this dude was a dick to a lot of other people. But one time I saw him getting beaten up by a group of people, and that's when I wasn't afraid. He was just super annoying, and I wasn't involved. I think I was walking in between classes. It was like, I was walking from one building to the next. I saw him on the ground with it was a white dude. It was like 7 black people literally beating him on the ground. I'm just like, yeah, because he runs his mouth. So I'm pretty sure that's why it happened. So after that, he got up, dusted himself off, and walked into the other building. I was just like, after that moment, it's like, dude, that he got what he deserved, whatever the case may be. It's like, at some point you either fear a bully or you're just like afraid to even go into a certain area because they're going to be there, just because it's like, whether it's fear or you just like, I don't feel like dealing with this dude today. So when I saw that, it's like, okay, that dude, whatever. But there were always people like teachers, not snitching, because I do know of other people in situations like that, but there were people in my life, where if there was one person who was like a douche, there were like 12 other people who were good friends. That's one thing I remember about school. So even if there was one person that you couldn't stand, there were a lot of other people in your life that you can, I guess you could say, tolerate, or they brought something positive to your life. Like, I don't know the story of every single individual that goes into school and shoots people up, but for the life of me, I cannot understand it, and I hope not to. I never want to find myself in such a dark place, whether it's being rejected by a girl, or a teacher didn't give you a passing grade, or they took your cell phone because you broke school policy, or some along those lines, or if you're abused at home and you want to take that abuse to school. It's a lot of triggers, but at the same time, it's like, personally, I never felt that the need to take somebody else's life. That was just, I can't believe it. But it's in the news. There are debates. It's like there's, it feels like there are as many school shootings as there are news reports and debates going on out there in America. What needs to be done to put stuff in order, like metal detectors and whatnot? Like, personally, I wouldn't have a problem with that, metal detectors into schools, because some parents and whatnot feel like, it's like, oh, it's like sending my son or whatever to jail. But what if you go on airplane, like airport, they got metal detectors and whatnot to make sure everybody's, A-OK and there's no weapons or anything before you aboard a plane. When you go into certain venues, like for a party or whatever, there might be metal detectors at a certain club or something to make sure, if you go up in the club, everybody's going to have a good time. So I would rather, I'm 26, single, no kids. I'm not going to lie. Looking at this stuff on the news each week, it makes me, it's almost, I mean, honestly, it kind of makes me not want to have kids in some regards, because it's like, man, it's like, what's going on in the school? Oh, nowadays, like, either if I have kids, I'll probably homeschool them or something. But at the same time, I feel like they need to have that public school experience in terms of, interacting with other people their age. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm sorry if I'm like rambling on, but I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, what can be done to prevent it from happening, because I know people die every day. That's a fact of life, but needlessly dying because of the actions of one deranged person is something I just cannot tolerate. It's ridiculous. But let me know in the comments. I mean, maybe I'll do a live stream. Yeah, based off how well this video does in terms of comments, not necessarily views or likes, but if there are some engaging comments in the comment section below, I'll definitely be open to doing like a live stream on this and getting some callers in. So it'll definitely be like live discussion, because I haven't really been doing that much. I'm sorry about that. But let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts, especially if you have kids of your own that you send to school. Like, I have a nephew. I think he just finished up first grade this past week. But yeah, I'm just talking like, you know, if you have kids of your own or you have people in your family who are young and going to school, how do you feel about this? Like, you go each week, cut on the TV or go online and you see it's a new school shooting going down. But yeah, what do you think should and needs to be done about this?